Hey, you're watching JayzTwoCents, and today we're going to go ahead and discuss a topic that's probably a little close to home for a lot of people, and I have a special guest today. We have Holiday Doc here. Say hello, Doc.
It is me, Holiday Doc, joining my good friend here, JayzTwoCents. And you didn't even give me like a countdown or nothing before you started. You just went balls deep right in there off the start without any warning.
Hey, you know, that's the way I roll. Just jump right in, stick it all the way in, and
Hope for the best.
That's how I got my daughter.
Oh, okay. Good to know, good to know.
That was a one take.
Good. So, what are we talking about today?
Today, I want to discuss a little bit about how we came to meet and how there was a barrier that many people could say would be between someone like me and someone like you. And I want to discuss what it was that made you say, hey, I'm going to talk to this guy who's an absolutely nobody when it comes to YouTube or any community whatsoever, and discuss why you gave me the time of day. Because I'm finding right now, as I'm trying to break through some barriers on YouTube, I'm trying to expose myself a little bit, and I'm trying to collaborate with other people that are within, you know, my subscriber range, and I'm getting a lot of no's from people. I'm getting people who are not wanting to talk to me, and was even told by one guy, and we'll leave it nameless, I don't want to start any drama, that he thinks my channel's better than his and has more potential, so he doesn't want to collaborate with me. And that right there just kind of, sent me into a little bit of a rage within myself. I didn't go public with it, but it really made me think to myself, what is YouTube doing to people to where it's creating a form of narcissism where it's all about them? So I know that's probably
exactly it right there.
That probably went off into like 8 different directions in that one sentence, but
it did.
It's on my mind, and let's talk about it.
So this is a bloggity / rant / dual commentary. I guess. Hey,
it's a brand.
It's a brand. I like it. We could probably market the idea, sell it off, make some money, and stop talking with everybody that has helped us get to this point so far.
But then that would just put us right in the status quo, and then we blend in with everybody else.
But that's the end game. That's the end goal, right? Everybody wants to be the next Woody's Gamertag, FPS Russia, White Boy 7th Street. Everybody wants a $100,000 a month paycheck for doing YouTube videos, right? Nobody wants to talk to the next guy who could potentially outdo him in the battle.
But
because God forbid you help somebody out in this world.
But isn't that the wrong intention already for a new guy like myself to even think I'm in this for a paycheck? Because I'm not.
But so many people are, right?
And that's where they fail.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't do YouTube for what it is as a starter, which is YouTube just having fun and creating content that you enjoy and love, or sharing content that you enjoy and love, then you essentially have set yourself up for failure already, because you will grow slowly. You will get discouraged. You will not make a lot of money in your first while, unless you're super lucky or you have a big budget on your channel and you spend lots of advertising dollars with big name YouTubers.
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, you were very approachable. In fact, you approached me. A lot of people don't understand how Holiday Doc and I became, friends. Is he found me on Twitch. I was live streaming to like 3 people. and the reason why I started live streaming was I had a friend who went on vacation and he was going through Battlefield withdrawals. So I said, how do I stream? How do I kind of get my game content up there so he can watch? And I came across Twitch, and within a couple of weeks, was just streaming one night, and then you popped in and you said, hey, this guy's kind of cool. You sent out a Twitter, and next thing I know, I had like 35 people in there. And that was like, when in terms of streaming, that is tiny. But to somebody who's never had more than 5 watchers at one time, to all of a sudden see 35 people in there, and then, follow after follow after follow, was just blown away by it.
Yeah, I know. I hang out in Twitch streams all the time. And I like to go to the streams that have the least amount of viewers, because they're trying harder to impress their audience. They interact with their audience. They don't have anything but up to go.
I'm reminded of Father and Son Gaming with that. Father and Son Gaming was started off really small and, got the attention of a couple of big people, and they sent out some tweets, and then they had, 1,200 viewers in one night?
1,500 viewers in one night. And these guys basically had an stream audience of 12. So
yeah, so these big guys could have, if they hadn't exposed them and been kind enough to say, I'm going to use my big subscriber base to promote these guys and, hey, give them some viewership, if they weren't willing to do that, these guys probably would still remain unknown today. And they're growing from that one night of streaming, and the stars aligned when the right guy came in the channel, boom, there they were.
I would think I was the second or third known person. I hate saying that word, but I was the third person to get in there and start tweeting it out. And when I got in there, they had 12 viewers, 13 viewers. Yeah, and it was just like a phenomenon. One person after another just tweeted him out, helped him out, and I thought it was good. I try to do that often. Often you'll see me tweeting out just no-name streams, and I meet lots of very cool people, very humble people that way. And you expose yourself to the people in the community that are all trying to better themselves or better their own content. So they try harder, and you might learn something or take something away from it.
I think that's where I find myself today, is I'm trying really hard to give content to people that they want to see, not to grow myself, but to give them, they came to my channel, they watched a video, they walked away with something. So
a raging hard-on.
That's the next, that's my next goal. If you aren't leaving with a raging hard-on, then I'm not doing my job right. So what do you think makes you different than the other big guys out there who are all egotistical assholes? Just bluntly put it out there, they're assholes.
I wouldn't say everybody is an egotistical asshole, because they definitely won't show you that side of them publicly. Like, you have to realize everybody who goes on camera and presents a persona, that's exactly what it is, and that's all it is.
Every once in a while they slip up, though, and they show who they really are.
Exactly. And if you ever meet them in real person, it comes out. So, what makes me different? I couldn't really tell you. I just enjoy the community. I don't do it as a full-time job. I think that helps. And I just never got a big head, ever. Everybody just kept putting me down, I guess. Or popping the bubble, I guess you could say.
But you kept coming back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've yet to get a hater, but I'm not really exposed, and that's going to happen someday. Someone's going to come in and flame the shit out of me somewhere, and I'm already prepared for that because I'm new to YouTube, but I'm not new to communities, and I've been flamed in other communities and gotten through it and laughed it off because, hey, it's really funny shit. Yeah. But what advice would you have to someone like me and somebody watching who's contemplating, hey, I want to make a YouTube channel or something, but I'm afraid to put myself out there, right? So I've done it. I've taken that leap. I put myself out there, and in less than a month, I've got 117 subs, and I think that's good. I think it's good.
I think it's really good. You're also partnered.
That's true. But, again, I have that connection to thank for that partnership.
Yeah. I think anybody who's going to start a YouTube channel has to fully realize that you're not going to do it for the money. The money is not going to come until you do it for a passion of either gaming or creating content, something. So I think that's the first step. Second step would be to try to get yourself out there. You gotta network yourself at least a little bit. You can't be the lone wolf and plan to grow leaps and bounds. So you're going to have to get out there, use social media, talk to people, and kind of something that you said, you have to remember that you need to be a viewer as much as a producer. Like, you can't just expect to just make content but not watch anybody else's.
Yeah, and anybody watching this video right now, or listening, I should say, I sent out a tweet about maybe a little less than a week ago, and I basically said, when are the large YouTubers going to remember that they have to be a viewer as well as a director? Because I mean, that's what some of the most common responses I'm getting from people I'm reaching out to. Also, they say, "Oh, I don't watch YouTube videos; I just make them." Well, that's like saying I make TV shows, but I'm in TV shows, but I don't watch TV.
Hold up. So I have to interject here because I was that guy. And the reason was because I was in such a niche market of videos, I didn't ever want to risk watching somebody else's video, thinking it's a good idea, and then having that idea, but not being able to release it because it wasn't my own. So if I was creating competitive content, I absolutely refuse to watch anybody else's competitive content. And I guess looking at it now kind of makes me a big fucking asshole. But it helped me. You know, I never stole anybody else's ideas. I never took anybody else's ideas. I was always the innovator.
That you knew
and the
of,
trendsetter.
Right? I mean, it's impossible to be original on YouTube today.
Oh, yes.
Everything is reloaded.
Yes.
And that seems to be trending right now. Everyone's putting the word reloaded in their title, and they're getting a shit ton of views because of it. So I guess that's the challenge, is to break barriers, get yourself known, try and collaborate, and make recycled content interesting. Because I tweeted out my channel to a particular guy who's got a lot more subs than me, but a lot less than you, so he's right in the middle. And the first thing he said is, "Nah, good topic, but it's recycled." And I told him, well, no shit, everything on YouTube's recycled. Yeah. So what are you expecting? You know, I guess that's a bit of a rant in itself. But so, yeah, that's my challenge today, and I just wanted to kind of vent to somebody who I knew would listen and get a little bit of advice for myself and other people, because every time somebody subs to me, first thing I do is I go and look at their channel. And I've noticed maybe only 3 or 4 people actually have any subscriber base. And that's ranged from 1,000 subs to 30,000 subs. Yeah. And, you know, there's also Pool out there. And, you know, I want to give a shout out to Redneck because he's a really cool guy. And he's only following me because you told him to. I mean, he said it. He said, all right, Doc, I'm only going to follow this guy because you said so. But I had content and opinions that he was interested in, whether they were, you know, only useful for a moment or, you know, in the future. It doesn't matter. He's somebody now who is watching me, and whether he's lurking or he's not watching at all, it doesn't matter.
That's another thing. Like, a lot of YouTubers will lurk. They'll subscribe to you on, like, a ghost account. But if you want to keep this commentary any sort of decent length, I think we should kind of cap her off.
Agreed.
To continue next time.
Yeah, I see that mine's sitting at 12 and a half minutes right now.
There you go.
So this can be cut out. So how we can...
No, one take, mister. One take, sir.
You'll
be
see,
none of this editing.
You'll see this probably won't be in the channel because it just kind of...
This will be. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming.
Good topic.
Maybe we'll do this again at 1,000 subs, and we'll see how...
1,000? Let's do it at, like, 200.
Okay. Well, you know, and this is going to be kind of a neat series because we can see how things change as I grow, and let's see if I eat my words or I maintain that humble, you know, opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm JayzTwoCents. That's been Holiday Doc, and we hope that you check out both of our channels. I'll have links to both down in the description, and have a good night.
See ya.
All right, guys, thanks for watching today's Brant with special guest Holiday Doc. Click the channel on the left to see his main channel, and click the channel on the right to see his newly launched competitive Call of Duty gaming channel for his team New Breed. Go and check it out, some really cool stuff. And put the word Brant down in the comments if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And as always, be sure to subscribe, pin me to your feed, and follow me on Twitter for the latest news on what I'm doing on YouTube.